Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Garden Talks, or welcome to Garden Talks if you're new. Today, in this video or this audio, if you're listening to my podcast, I'll be sharing a section of this book that I really love. It's called the Herbal Handbook, a user's guide to medical herbalism. There's a section called Approaches to Herbalism, and it gets deep. It's talking about traditional knowledge, then, Native American herbal traditions, the World Health Organization, and then pharmacology of active ingredients, how herbs are used within a philosophical system. So then we get into Chinese healing, the medicine of harmony, which is what I'm going to get into today and share that section. And then looking at herbs within a holistic framework. So that's what we're going to get into. All right, so using herbs within a philosophical system. The use described above is herbalism within a rational, reductionist, scientific philosophy, but this is rarely expressed as a philosophy of life. In this present section, the approaches to herbalism are profound and all-encompassing philosophical/spiritual worldviews that provide a model for health as well as guidelines for life. The two most significant systems still thriving today are Indian Ayurvedic medicine and Chinese traditional medicine. In addition to such approaches, we must also recognize the philosophical integration of herbal medicine into healing techniques that use astrology and the whole anthrophilosophical vision of Rudolf Steiner. It is beyond the realms of a book such as this to give these profound systems adequate expression. References can be found in the bibliography. All right. So as an example, however, we shall look at the Chinese system in some degree. The Ayurvedic system, like the Chinese, works to maintain health and prevent disease through a balance of diet, exercise, thought, and environment. It holds the expansive view that nothing exists in a realm of thought that cannot be used as a medicine. Herbs provide a basis for their therapeutics, which also include mental and physical practices intended to help the person concerned develop positive qualities. In the West, we are familiar with Hatha Yoga, but yoga techniques include far more than the body positions. It is thus a whole system within a whole system of the Hindu world view and path of spirituality. So let's get into it. So Chinese healing, the medicine of harmony. The whole focus of this tradition is the creation and expression of harmony, a wonderful basis for healthcare. China's knowledge of herbs goes way back to very ancient times. This time-tested practice of polypharmacy in Chinese herbalism is one of its most distinguishing features. Almost all Chinese herbs are used in formulas that combine 4 to 12 or even more ingredients. The range of herbs and other substances used in Chinese medicine is another characteristic. The most recent Chinese pharmacopoeia contains over 5,700 entries that include common and uncommon herbs, as well as medicinal minerals and animal parts. Today, there are more than 500 herbal formulas in use in Chinese medicine, of which about 200 are the most commonly used. In the Chinese system, herbs are differentiated according to their use as a superior, general, or inferior drugs. Superior drugs are those tonics and herbs that can be taken for a long time with no ill side effects. General herbs are used to treat diseases, and their use is discontinued with remission of the disease. Inferior drugs are actually poisons that are used in a medicinal way only for brief periods of time and in small amounts. These guidelines, superior, general, and inferior, contribute to the inherent safety of Chinese herbalism. By categorizing medicines in this way, generations of Chinese herbalists have determined the proper amounts of ingredients to use in their formula. Adaptations of the Chinese method of using herbs for healthcare and prevention of disease can be found in many other Eastern countries. One reason it is so popular is because of its emphasis on prevention as a healing method, an approach that stems from an ancient cultural view. Chinese herbalism applies the principle of prevention by emphasizing the use of tonics and adaptogens, or herbs that strengthen the whole body. In particular, the Chinese healers pay special attention to herbs that strengthen or regulate the body's immune system. To Chinese philosophers/physicians, nature itself is the model, the unifying principle, and the source of understanding. This source is called Tao. The concept of Tao probably has been present in Chinese culture for many thousands of years, and certainly for at least 2,500 years. It is itself a way of being, a way of preserving life and health by living in harmony with nature's principles. But Tao is more than achieving a naturally healthy life through harmony. Tao is the harmony of life itself. Chinese physicians use 5 diagnostic methods in order to find a patient's pattern of disharmony. These include observation, listening to the voice, coughs, etc., smelling body odors, questioning the patient's medical history, and wrist palpation and pulse diagnosis. A comprehensive exploration of this system is beyond the range of a book such as this. All right, so the Tao of Yin and Yang. So as a basis for understanding the Chinese use of herbs, the determination of harmony based on a universal theory of yin and yang must be explored. Originally, the Chinese character for yang meant the sunny side of the mountain. Its qualities are associated with heat, stimulation, movement, activity, excitement, vigor, and light. The original character for yin meant the shaded side of the mountain. Yin's qualities are associated with cold, passivity, inaction, darkness, and responsiveness. In medicine, there are 5 basic principles at work. All things are composed of both yin and yang. The yin and yang aspects can each be further divided into yin and yang. Yin and yang are polar pairs that cannot exist without each other. Yin and yang control or balance each other. Yin and yang change or transform into each other. A balance of yin and yang shows a healthy environment. In people, a balance of these 2 forces represents a state of health. The Chinese healer learns many aspects of yin and yang as shown in seasonal cycles, properties of food and medicine, variations in the constitutions of patients, types and stages of sickness, and techniques of treatment. Each subject mentioned above is complex and elaborate, as one might suspect from examining these 5 principles of yin and yang. There are some basic principles of yin and yang that can be easily applied to any form of natural healing. For example, the functions of toning and eliminating can be related to conditions of yin and yang. A person who is too yin is made more yin with a toning therapy. A person who is too yang is made more yin with an eliminating therapy. Herbs that are hot, warm, sharp, sweet, bland, light, or of weak fragrance are considered yang. They are used to balance a yin condition. Herbs that are cold, cool, sour, bitter, salty, strong, heavy, and strongly fragrant are yin, and they are used to balance a yang condition. A herb can also contain both yin and yang characteristics. For example, licorice root tastes sweet at first, but after a few moments, it also tastes bitter. Ginseng root is a very yang herb, but it also has a slight bitter taste. While the ginseng leaf has a yin quality, it is used to decrease fire energy, which is yang. In general, roots are considered the most yang part of the plant, while fruits and flowers are the most yin. Compared to its roots, a plant's leaves are yin, but compared to its flowers, they are yang. There is also yin and yang relationship between plants and people and their environment. A yin environment often produces more yang herbs, and a yang environment creates more yin herbs. Yin, yang, yin, yang. We can take ginseng as an example again. It naturally grows in damp, cold, shady places, often high in the mountains on northern slopes. These are all yin conditions which attract their opposite, yang, in the ginseng root. In the tropics, there is much greater yang force due to the greater amount of solar radiation. This great yang power produces plants which are more yin. Tropical plants are generally larger, leafier, juicier, and more fragrant than plants native to cooler climates. Even cactus plants are yin. Growing as they do in hot, dry environments, they are full of water. Because of these ecological factors of yin and yang, the foods and herbs that grow in one's own region are considered the best medicine. They are thought to be naturally balanced to the local harmonies of yin and yang that affect people as well. Other factors affect the degree of yin or yang in herbal medicines. Fresh herbs are considered more yin than dry herbs. A herb can be made more yang by drying it in the sun or more yin by drying it in the shade. What? The degree of heat used in preparing a herbal infusion also has a relative yin or yang influence. Wow. Sun tea, for example, which is simply steeped in a glass jar in the sun, is a yin method of preparation because it is passive. Sun tea, for example, which is simply steeped in a glass jar in the sun, is a yin method of preparation because it is passive. Correspondingly, sun tea is usually made in the summer to balance that season's yang quality. Boiling herbs in water for a short period of time and making an infusion are also yin methods, but they are more yin than making sun tea. Simmering herbs for a long time is an even more yang method, and it is applied most often to roots. Drinking a herb tea that has cooled maximizes its yin quality, while drinking it hot is more yangizing. Alcohol extraction produces a very yang product. The yin alcohol attracts the yang qualities of the herbs. Generally, Chinese methods of preparation aim at maximizing the herb's basic qualities. A yang herb is simmered a long time to bring out its yang qualities, which are then used to balance a person's yin condition. Yin herbs, such as volatile oils, are prepared to maintain their yin qualities and are usually given as an infusion. Enhancing the yin and yin herbs is supposed to make them more effective in treating a yang condition. In formulas, though, herbs which embody a strong emphasis of yin or yang are most often balanced with herbs having only a slight emphasis of the opposite value. This reflects the emphasis on harmony, which is so highly valued in Chinese medicine. In order to make their herbal remedies even more harmonious, Chinese physicians recommend taking them at varying times of the day, depending on the part of the body being treated. If the sickness is in the upper part of the body, teas or medicines are taken 1 hour after eating. If the tea is for the arms or the legs, it is taken 1 hour before breakfast. Medicines for the bones are taken 1 hour after dinner or before sleep. Tonics and supplements are taken on an empty stomach, and the patient is advised to remain calm and move slowly afterwards. From this brief overview of the herbal aspects of Chinese medicine, we can get a hint at the complexity, but also the integrated wholeness of the system. Woo! All right, so for a more detailed look at this system, either consult a translation of Chinese works or see the Healing Herbs by Gaia and Shandor. All right, so there we have it. There's that section on approaches to herbalism, specifically Chinese healing, the medicine of harmony. I really resonate with that. Like, I really resonate with the harmony of life itself and just having like everything in your body balanced. So I love this. I love diving into this and like learning like the deeper side of herbs, like the yin and the yang, and how even the preparation methods will affect that in your body. So it's so important to work with a professional and like know, so that they could help you figure out like what you're feeling in your body, throughout your body, etc., so that you can be properly diagnosed, you know what I mean, and work with specific herbs in an even more specific way. So I really love this. I really enjoyed that chapter, and that's why I wanted to share it with you all. If you enjoyed it as well, please make sure to comment below and subscribe. Make sure to share this video as well. If you're tuning into my podcast, thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here with me, learning with me. I am learning myself every single day. So reach out, let's connect, and let's continue to learn together.